Okay, y'all, we're back. Starting completely over on auto painting project. Turns out you need a polyurethane, not an oil-based enamel. Okay, I'll always admit when I'm wrong. I do research, but like everybody else, sometimes I miss things. And our internet does not always allow for me to look at multiple sites. I do a little bit of research and then things get jammed up and I get really pissy and I walk away from it. So, I do not own the rights to the music that you hear. This is Lynyrd Skynyrd. I'll probably change music in a little bit, but there's something about automotive paint that you just really need that southern rock. So I'm gonna just let this run while I work and try to talk while I work, because I haven't done any of this at all. Like, I'm just cracking the can for the first time. Had to figure out how to open this. That is a hardener, and you have to have it for the polyurethane to set up. All right, so there's that, and then I'm gonna move that in just a second anyway. So this is the hardener, and you have to have it, or this doesn't set, doesn't dry. Okay. Next thing I want to do is to pick out my mica powder, and I actually was contemplating adding an acrylic paint to one of them, because a polyurethane should allow for it. Alright, I haven't decided yet, and I'm on my phone dreaming and it's distracting me. And I don't know why it matters one way or the other, because I can't answer the phone out here. Well, I'm enough of a signal. So it just rings. Rings. Great. I'm just gonna go with one more maybe. Alright, I think these are close to the ones I started out on the oil base with the first time. It's a blue, a white, and a green. Actually, I make a lot of weird noises. I didn't notice that until I started doing this. I'm sure that it's a coping thing or comfort thing. There we go. Alright, that, and don't mind the loud noises. And let's see if I have enough of this. We'll try a little. I think I do. Alrighty. Oh, shoot. Spent this morning organizing a little bit. If you know me personally, you know that I really like things neat and tidy, and everything has a place and should be in its place. So I organized some this morning. I feel a little bit better in general, and I know that things being put together helps me. It's hard to do sometimes inside, because there are so many other factors, other people to factor in. Alright, I forgot what I'm looking for. This is the one I'm going to put the main amount in to mix with the hardener. I'm going to keep some plain to do a test, and then I want to do just one color. I think I'll do this acrylic one color, two colors, dirty pour. I think that's what I want to do. So let me write that on the back here. So test, plain, with acrylic, with one mica, two mica, and a dirty pour. Now, these are the lids for ball jars. That's all they are. I just need something that is a metal, not canvas. And instead of continuing to harvest pieces of metal from other things in the building, I remembered that I had these and figured that would work really well. I'm not getting too worried about all this, not too crazy. I do expect there'll be flaws in it, there'll be dust in it. I've wiped them, but I've already touched them, so there's gonna be the oil from my hands. Although there's probably not a lot after I worked with the cornstarch this morning. Okay, so for this, I think what I want to do is put the mica in. Oh shoot, I need one more of these. Now, I should be measuring mica. Let's go ahead and be honest about that. Oh shoot. Okay. I should be measuring the mica. I'm not, because I don't really know the measurements now. It's sort of a backup and start all over. So I'm gonna try to guess based on just watching people mix mica in with different substances or media, I guess. So I'm gonna just sort of guesstimate. I don't think it should need a lot because it's clear. And I'm not going for a super saturated look necessarily. I'm not going to get a super saturated look without a lot of mica. So this should give me an idea of what I'm working with. Okay, instead of this, I think I want to go with and this I'm also not measuring, which I should, but I have a funny feeling it's not going to work out very well. So I guess we'll see. And I'm also not going to use a whole bunch of this. Looks like slime. Alright, so I know that my measurements are 4 to 1. 4 of the polyurethane to 1 of the hardener. I'm going to turn my scale on and then zero it out. Okay. Alright, and if I want to do let's do 1 fluid ounce. That would be 0.8. Because that's going to go really far. Yeah. Okay. Oh my god, this is gonna take forever. Hang on, I gotta do something different here. Alright. Alright. Alright, big noise. Alright. Now then. That done. Not anymore. I'm trying to pick up as I go. It's easier said than done sometimes. Alright, now, so I went with 1.2. That's 4, because it's 4 to 1. 4 times 3. And then 1 times 3 is going to be 3. So 1.2 and 0.3 should give me 1.5. And the guy at Napa said that once I add this, I have about 3 hours to work with it, which should be gracious plenty. Gracious plenty. Alright, I think that's right. I don't know if y'all can see those over there or not. Alright. Let's pick this up, get it out of the way. Alright, now I'm going to stir this really well. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pour this here, because this is my test. Nope. My table is not level. I want to get it all covered. There we go. Alright, now then. I'll leave that right there. So, 3 hours. It is 11 o'clock. Alright, now we're going to go for the acrylic. Okay. I'm going to mix that in. See if it mixes in. Well, certainly interesting. It looks as if it's not exactly combining. It's more like it broke down the acrylic into tiny little beads. Yeah, that's probably not gonna work. Alright, so this is my acrylic. I mean, it's got an interesting look. Nobody's hiding from me. I don't know if you can see that. It just looks like it's turned the acrylic into little beads in there. I'll try to move it in a minute. Okay. Now these are going to go here. The backing on them and this silicone mat it's sort of digging in. You can't just slide it, you have to pick it up. Okay, so I'm going in to the other micas now, so I can give them a stir and do the test with them. Oh yeah, the mica powders mix much better. Although this stirring it with the stick won't be enough to be certain that it's all incorporated in. It really will probably need to use the little mixer that I got, which should mix this no problem because this is actually fairly thin. And by fairly thin, I mean really thin. Might as well split it up. Okay. Alright, so that's the blue. And this is the pearl. Looks so pretty. Whenever I'm out here, I will set my activity just for while I'm out here because I'm obviously working and doing different things. It's not exactly a workout, but I am up and active and moving, dancing around sometimes. You just never know. So this way I can kind of keep track of how much I'm active during the day, in case you're wondering when you see it. Alright, now, okay, so this is going to be one color. I don't know how well y'all can see this. This is so pretty. This helps me a lot because I get to see how easy or how difficult it is to manipulate it. See, there's this tiny little space that I just cannot, it doesn't want to cover. And that's bugging me. Now, it's all covered. Okay, that's one color. Let me see if I can sit while I do this. My leg is killing me today. I can't feel the whole outside of my right leg. It used to be just the thigh, now it's the whole leg. Almost down to my ankle, anyway. Alright, so this one I think I want to do like a kiss pour. So let's see if I can do this without screwing it up. And of course I did, but it's okay. I'm gonna run it just a little. Not too much. Alright, that's two colors. Now let's try for a dirty pour. I hope y'all can see what I'm doing here. I'm just pouring it in the cup together like I would if it were acrylic paint and I were doing a dirty pour. It looks so pretty. It really does. Like, if I can get it to work, it would be incredible. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, I don't want to move that. Oh, gosh. Okay. Now I have extra paint. I gotta figure out what to do with it. I don't know how far it's gonna spread out. That's the tricky part. I like these colors. They're very pretty. Okay, so I've just finished that one at 11:08. So in 3 hours, 2:08, I should be able to come check these and they should be dry. Trying to pick up a little bit, and I think I'm going to do a side experiment, and that is to take some tape and make a sort of area here where it can't run, and then I'm going to pour this and see if it'll peel off of this mat like regular paint does. Oh my gosh, let me show you this before, and then I'll shut this off. Okay, so this one is the control, just thinned out, nothing added to it. This had acrylic paint mixed in, and hang on. Can you see where it looks like little beads in there? Yep. And that's 1. That's 2. And that's 3. And the bottom 3 are mica. All right. Come back in 3 hours.